wineries, orchards, and the breathtaking Niagara Falls. Most long weekends, tourists will be flocking to these attractions, but instead, it's the second year in a row with pandemic restrictions for businesses, farms, and everyone else. How is that affecting the usually lively Niagara region? Let's find out from the mayor of Niagara Falls, Jim Diodati, who joins us from his city. In Niagara on the Lake, Kai Weens, owner of Kai Weens Family Farm, where he grows peaches. And in Jordan, Ontario, just west of St. Catharines, Suen Staff, president and winemaker at Suen Staff Estate Winery and a director at Ontario Craft Wineries. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Nam. Great to be here.
So before the taping started, I had to go upstairs because we're all taping from home and was really strict with my children who are just doing the same thing they were doing a few minutes ago. But thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. And just kind of to set the table, I wanted to go through some numbers. The regional municipality of Niagara is home to nearly 500,000 people. It normally welcomes more than 13 million tourists a year, about a quarter from the US. Tourism generates $2.4 billion for the local economy annually and employs 40,000 people. But the Canada-US border, as we all know, has been closed since March 2020 to non-essential travel. And when we talk about agriculture and wine, Niagara grows cash crop, dairy, fruits, think peaches, cherries, pears, vegetables, and flowers. It accounts for 80% of Canada's total grape and wine production. It's home to about 100 wineries. Taken together, Niagara's 1,827 farms contribute more than $1.4 billion and 19,892 jobs to Niagara's economy. Sadly, 44 farms in Niagara have had COVID outbreaks with 244 cases total. You know, we are in the second year of this pandemic. And Mayor, I wanted to start with you. Briefly, from where you stand in Niagara, how stressful has more than a year of this pandemic been?
Well, Nam, it's been very stressful. I guess devastating would probably be the word. Obviously, in Niagara Falls, we're Canada's #1 leisure destination, and tourism is very, very important. And you mentioned earlier, 40,000 people count on tourism to put food on the table. And the taps to tourism have been shut off, the borders have been closed, and it's put us in a very, very difficult place financially, also psychologically. You know, when you have your routines disrupted the way they have been, it really messes with you. So we're very hopeful that things are going to turn around this summer. We're going to have more of a normal summer where we can have people coming again in a safe way and we can start the engines revving once again in tourism.
And Suen, you've called this, quote, an absolute emotional and financial roller coaster. For you personally, has there been, a moment this year plus where you've thought to yourself that maybe after 200 years of my family on this property, I'm not sure I'm going to survive this?
This has been tough. It's been very, very tough because what we do with Small One is we love to entertain. We love people coming to the property. We love telling our story about who we are, how we got here, how we grow grapes, how we make wine, and selling the wine bottle by bottle. And we know when tourists show up that 70% of them purchase wine. So it's very powerful when people come to visit. And to look out in the driveway and to see not even a car there is so disheartening because we're doing not what we do best. We were a sector that was in trouble before COVID, and COVID just exacerbated the challenges that small and medium-sized wineries have been facing in the province of Ontario.
We'll talk more about that in a second. And Kai, I wanted to bring you in as well. At the beginning of the pandemic, there was a lot of fear around keeping healthy and being healthy and not getting sick. A year into this, how stressful has this year been on your family? And at any point, would you maybe now be more fearful for your financial well-being as opposed to being fearful for maybe getting COVID?
So yeah, so for us, it's seasonal agriculture worker program. It's offshore. So getting these guys last year to come in when there was a shutdown, all the airports were closed, trying to get these people in. We have to get our pruning done. Peaches need to be pruned every year, and they need to be done by June 1st. We need to get our thinning done. So the stress was getting these folks to come in, and then they came in healthy. They came in excited to work.
And when you say
It was
folks, you're talking
my
about the temporary workers that work on your
the
farm, right?
temp-performing workers. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was my moral responsibility to get these guys back home healthy. So that's an enormous amount of stress to put on anybody. We have 47 people. And to get these folks to come in, to that they would come in, remember that they would come in, and then to get them home. So was it stressful? It's enormously stressful. We actually talked about closing down last year. We started out late. We couldn't get any employees. We had people, my high school friends, 45 years ago, people calling me, we'll come and help. We'll do it. What do you need? But it was so to the point, my wife and I were looking at it and saying, let's just close. We're done. We'll rent it out. We'll sell it out. We'll do whatever we have to do, but we're done. My wife gave me permission to say she had panic attacks. She couldn't breathe. She was in the hospital. She couldn't move forward. Has it gotten better? It has, because looking back last year, the consumer of peaches stepped up. They said, we're not going to leave you alone. We're going to buy your fruit. We're going to buy your peaches. We're going to buy your plums. You're going to buy your pears. We were short on product. They came out and they bought it. But we didn't know if they were going to buy it. We didn't know if they were going to go to the grocery stores. We didn't know. This year, and then all the government agencies, but this year, walking into this season, it's been a lot better for us because we know the consumer is going to step up. They're going to help us. They're loyal to us. We're loyal to them. They're loyal to us. They're going to step up, and we love that. We don't take that for granted. Our guys, our people.
I'm sorry to hear
Yeah.
that about your wife. I was just going to say, it must be such, a reassuring feeling because at the beginning of the pandemic, none of us knew what was coming next. But to have been able to weather that storm, so to speak, and to see your community and your customers, show up for you, what has that meant for you?
It's emotional. If you can think that I haven't seen some of my friends from high school in 35, 40 years, and on Facebook, on phone calls, they're saying, hey, you can't get your guys in? We don't know how to prune. We'll put sticks on the ground for you. We're there for you. We're off work anyway. We'll come out. And we were getting a lot of that. We're getting a lot of community support. How can we help? And I mean that's amazing. That tells you what, if there's a positive in COVID, it's made people nice. It's made people generous. It's heartwarming. At first you're scared. What if something happens? Now now it's, how can we help you? What can we do? How can we rally around you? That's an amazing feeling.
That is an amazing feeling, truly, because I think we all need the support that we can get. And Mayor, you were on our show last summer, and cases back then in the US were skyrocketing. You said it was like living next to Chernobyl. Now, nearly 40% of Americans are fully vaccinated. Do you think that the Canada-US border should open now?
Well, I think we need to have the plan now. Now that the US has definitely done a 180, where they were much worse and now they're better. I mean, they've got lower case count, they've got higher vaccination rates, and they've got surplus vaccines. So I know Senator Chuck Schumer, we've had Congress people, we've had governors, we've got a lot of people that want to see the border open. We know it's going to open, we just don't know when and how. So I've been pressing the federal government to give us the metrics, the targets, the benchmarks on how we open safely. And if that means a vaccine passport in the short term, I said before, it's not a big deal. When I bring my dog across the border, I have to show his vaccination papers for rabies. And when I travel to other countries, I have to be vaccinated as well. It's not a big deal, temporarily anyway. And 25% of the tourists that come to Niagara come from the US, and they represent 50% of the revenue. So it matters in a big way. So yes, we need to open up. Yes, we need to have a plan on when and how, so that we'll know how to hit the targets. How do you hit a target when you don't know where it is? So we definitely want to have that discussion. We definitely want to have a plan. And I know the Americans are very supportive. As a matter of fact, there's a strong push right now for them to share their vaccines along the border. They're already doing it in North Dakota, Alaska, Montana, Washington, and now there's discussion with Michigan and New York to share the cross-border vaccines. And we've seen, I mentioned the governor and the senator, also Congressman Brian Higgins, tweeted yesterday that they're willing to do this to help us. So if we could just get the two federal governments talking, sharing. Here in the US, they're throwing vaccines out, unused vaccines. And here we've got people very willing to go get their vaccines. So I think the solution of sharing the vaccines and opening the border are going to tie together.
Yes. Well, one thing that I've been reading about is in the US, people getting vaccines, it's actually kind of plateaued. They're actually having like a lottery. If you do get your vaccine, then you can play a certain lottery because people have stopped getting the vaccines. They might be there in abundance, but the vaccinations have plateaued. And Premier Ford has said over the past few weeks that the Canada-US border is to blame for this third wave. Is he right?
Well, I typically try to stay out of the squabbling. Uh, for me, I'm focused on the finish line, and I'm focused on getting out of this. I'm the eternal optimist. I'll find the silver lining in any gray cloud. And I mean, I think we all agree we're trying to get out of this. Maybe we disagree on how we get there and how we got here, but I think we're all focused and definitely agree that getting out is paramount to our success mentally, financially, emotionally, and in every way possible. So my focus right now is let's get this thing done. Let's get it behind us. I know the US, you're right. They're having vaccine hesitancy. They've had to create incentives. And here it's the opposite. Here, people, it's like when I got my first shot, people around me, some people were crying. It was like they just won the lottery. They were so relieved and so happy. And even after only one shot, your protection rate is extremely high. And then the second one, of course, will be a booster. So I'm glad to see people here still happy to get it and move forward. And again, I know there's a certain level of hesitancy here as well, but here there's a lot more uptake. Our take rate's a lot higher. And the good news is we're going to get out of this much quicker if more people can get their vaccines.
The prime minister has said, with a one dose summer, things would look much better than they did even 3 months ago. In the meantime, though, Sue-Ann, how devastating has more than a year without tourists been on small and medium sized wineries in Niagara?
Right, it has been particularly devastating that like 1 in 3 wineries believe that they may not be able to weather the storm. 60% of wineries have laid people off. 30% are not sure they'll be able to meet payroll. And concerned about bad debt from restaurants and into our banks. So it's trying. For small wineries, we know that about 75% of their revenue comes from wine sold in their retail shop. So where are those people coming from to purchase in the retail shop? Those are mainly tourists. They're either day trippers or staycationers. They're international travelers. They're coming in from the States. And when we take away the international travelers, the US travelers, and just leave us with only who is around here in Ontario, it really gets thin. And really truly the great experience of purchasing Ontario wine is coming to the wineries and having that feel and tasting the wine and talking to the owners and the winemakers. That's we really had to reinvent ourselves almost every week and really take advantage of our databases, our social media channels, go strong on online sales. And that all has kept the lights on for those that were lucky enough to have that type of presence in the marketplace beforehand and in the marketing world, I'd say. So it's feeling like we're getting to the end, and yet I've never been more tired. And yet now is the time where I have to turn the afterburners on because it's looking hopeful that we'll be opening up. We're ready to welcome the 2.4 million visitors that typically come to wine country a year, and let's do it. So.
I think some people might not understand why you're struggling because you mentioned there's this perception that, well, it's not a perception. Studies have shown that people are drinking more. And you mentioned the online wine sales. And the Ontario government has allowed restaurants and bars to sell alcohol with food deliveries. And I'm imagining that's helped a little bit to some people, but has it been enough to mean wineries haven't had to lay off many workers?
Right, definitely the frontline staff are the staff that have been the hardest hit through this pandemic. That marketing and sales staff were basically have been sidelined for an entire year. What COVID has done as well is really highlighted the foundational problems that are in the alcohol business in Ontario. So we have not been in this together because the larger wineries have really great shelf presence. They have points for sale, avenues to retail sales that small wineries just don't have, such as like strong presence in the LCBO, their own retail shops they've control over. Well, we have our single points of sale on our property. We know through COVID as well, the consumer has gravitated towards larger format purchasing, such as bag in the box and 1.5 liter bottles. They've also downgraded their purchases and going to brands that have history and and there's a sense of comfort, I guess, when you're buying from a large brand. When you're a small brand in a huge monopoly like the LCBO, your brand just kind of languishes on the shelf there. So yes, people have been drinking potentially more, but I think we've also been drinking only like every day at home with dinner and drinking wines that are probably not from smaller wineries. I'm speaking in circles here because the Go Local movement has never been stronger. Just kind of circling back to comments that Kai said about how people really focused on helping out the local economy, and that's where our online sales really helped. But it did not get us out of the hole that we've created financially from even before COVID, and then COVID has just made that hole deeper.
And Kai, I want to bring you back into this because early in the pandemic, people, peach farmers like yourself were probably worried about, you mentioned you were worried about Ontarians not buying your product anymore. I think we went through this phase where people were wiping clean their groceries. And you mentioned that you had a moral obligation to make sure that the people who work for you got back home safely. The rules change a lot and they've been changing a lot. How hectic and confusing has it been for you to get your workers to and from Canada and then making sure that they're safe on the farm and not contracting COVID-19?
What's happened is since we're getting a handle on COVID, we're realizing that there's better and better rules associated with travel and things like that. So we have the 72-hour prior to flight. We have the airport test. Then we have now it's 8-day, but at that time 10-day for us, it was 10-day test. So we know that our employees are safe. We can supply them with groceries, things like that. We can do all that. So in that way, we have, because we're already a food safe organization, we're audited by Canada GAP auditing. So we're already familiar with masks, gloves. We have sanitation depots, hand sanitizers throughout the orchards. We have them in our buildings. We have them in our vehicles. So keeping safe isn't hard if we're responsible. If each individual person is responsible, then it's not hard. It's if we get the outside influence, and we haven't had that. We've been able to stay as a bubble. Last year we stayed as a bubble. No one had the illness at all. This year, one of our employees did turn positive. He was asymptomatic, I guess that's the term. And I'll tell you, that scared us. That was enormous fear. But what happened was all the government agencies, so there's a list of government agencies, and I turned to the Tender Fruit Growers Association, and Sarah Marshall, who's just a queen. She's just fantastic. She said, these are the things you have to do. And listed all the people that I had to, and I'm going, Ministry of Labor, WSIB, Public Health, Service Canada. I don't want to poke the bear. Why would I want to talk to these people? When I did, every one of them said, how can we help you? You're not alone. You're not doing this by yourself. We're going to do lots of paperwork. We're going to throw lots of paperwork at you, but we're going to help you with it. We're going to walk you through it all. And when this is done, you're going to look back and say, this wasn't so bad. And it wasn't. We walked through it. He was asymptomatic, so it wasn't a problem. And he's back at work. But The government agencies walked us through it. Not at any time did they say, you made a mistake. If I made a mistake, they said, oh, let me help you with this. So it was not a pleasurable thing. There's a lot of paperwork, but we walked through it. Everybody was helping us.
I just wanted to follow up with that, that you were able to walk through it and nobody got hurt. But, during this pandemic, we have heard about temporary foreign workers dying here in Ontario from COVID-19 because of unsafe conditions on farms. When you heard that, what was your reaction?
We tightened up. We said, how could that happen? These guys are coming in healthy. What just happened here? How could that happen? So what we did is we limited outside access. So what we said is we came to our employees and said, look, this is what's happening out there. We got in front of it and we said, you might be a social person, but your co-mates may not be. They might be afraid. They might be insecure. So what we're going to do is we're going to start respecting each other. So if you were a social butterfly, we're going to ask you to really pull back on that idea just for this year. It's 20 weeks. Pull back. And we did, and they did. And so what we did is my wife did it right away in March before anybody came. We had this table outside of our house for deliveries, a red side, a blue side, red side and a green side. So it comes red side, we spray it down, green side, bring it in the next day. Every one of the houses took that. They all embraced that. And so when deliveries were made, it went on one side, it was sanitized, went to the other side, went in the house. So we all took ownership of making sure we were safe, and we were. And at the end of the season, a couple of people were maybe a little upset because they didn't have that socialization, but I got a lot of thank yous. It said, thanks for keeping us safe. It wasn't fun, but thanks for keeping us safe, because I had to hold back some people who wanted to be social. You have to remember, these people have been here for maybe 20 years, 25 years. I've had employees who have pensioned out for me. And they have a life here. They have a social life here. They have a real life here. They're here for 5-6 months. Now to say, listen, I know you want to do that, but we've got other people here in our housing community that are a little insecure. So we're going to back off on that. My wife and I haven't really left the house. I have a coffee club that I haven't seen in over a year. Every morning I see these same 20 guys. I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, it's been really hard because not being able to see people. And I think this summer, a lot has been placed on what's going to happen this summer because we all collectively want to avoid a fourth wave. And Mayor, just yesterday, Premier Ford released his reopening plan and what's to come over the next few months. Cases today are on the decline in Ontario. How are you feeling about this summer? Are you optimistic?
Yes. It's one thing I'll say, in tourism, resilience is part of our DNA, and we've been through a lot. H1N1, SARS, mad cow, 9/11, currency fluctuations, bad weather summers, and we bounce back because we have to. We have no choice. Like Plato said, necessity is the mother of invention. And also, like Kai mentioned, we came up with a bunch of protocols. We went way above and beyond what were asked of us by the province. And we brought in epidemiologists and created systems and protocols. And to this day, not one documented confirmed case of transmission between a guest to Niagara and a hospitality worker. And how do we do that? We created programs like SafeToPlay.ca and SafeToStay.ca. And we started Crush the Curve, where we had ambassadors going up and down all the tourist areas and reminding people, keep your distance, wear your mask, sanitize. I got to say, everybody, as Kai mentioned, we all came together because we understood this is for all of our futures. And we knew it was short-term pain for long-term gain. And in Niagara here, I'm going to tell you something. We circle the wagons. We offer everything. We got amazing wineries and fresh fruit and beaches and casinos and restaurants and golf courses and cross-border. And we got it all. The quality of life here is phenomenal. We love it. We protect it. And we know this summer will be the time we can start rolling out the red carpet again and invite people back to the buffet of fun and excitement.
The buffet of fun and excitement. I love that. Sue-Ann, when I asked the mayor about this border question, he said we try to look at the silver linings. The government has announced a plan on how we can reopen safely. If by any chance the premier is watching this, could something along the lines of maybe, yes, the border with Canada and the US might stay closed, but maybe this is an opportunity to encourage intra-provincial travel and maybe travel to your region and for people to explore that part of the province in a safe way?
Mm. We know wine country is ready. We already have our own safe travel plans and protocols how to deal with the public when they arrive. So we're set, ready to go when the lights are able to be turned on, and of course in due time. We just want to advocate that we know that when tourists come to wine region that they have a great experience. We know that every dollar that they spend stays within the province of Ontario. It stays here to create more jobs directly and indirectly. A lot of jobs here in rural Ontario as well. We're buying equipment. We're improving the land. We're keeping the green belts green, and we're a lot of our wineries are on spots that are protected between the Niagara Escarpment Commission and Greenbelt, etc. So like we're locked into agriculture, and so we need whatever support it is that we can get. These are massive investments. Like we're not the little knick-knack store on a corner. These are like $5 and $10 and $20 million operations that employ anywhere from 5 to 100 people, and like it's been a really tough time to make sure we can keep everybody safe and keep our employees engaged. When those lights turn on, it's a huge change to get everybody back, get them trained, and get it going again. So I guess the premier is listening right now. He knows what I want to say because he's heard me say it before. We need fundamental tax changes in the wine world. We need the full elimination of the 6.1% beer and wine fee that's absolutely crippled small and medium-sized wineries for decades. We also need permanent tax relief for wines that are sold at the LCBO. Right now, Ontario wine, when it's sold in the LCBO, it's the equivalent of our wines going across the Queenston-Lewiston border and coming right back in. There's absolutely not one bit of preferential treatment. So we need at least a 30 to 35% permanent tax relief for wines that are sold in the LCBO. And we also
Okay,
need
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt you because
yeah.
I'm just seeing the warning time, and I want to get Kai in for the last 30 seconds. Kai, you have 30 seconds, so I'm not going to put too much pressure on you. But you said that my peaches look at you and say, "You got to take a bite out of me." What makes Niagara peaches the best peaches in the world? And you only have 30 seconds. No pressure.
Yeah. Our microclimate, we've got Lake Ontario and we've got the escarpment. So it's a microclimate of humidity, and the soils have a certain something that the flavor, the sugar, I'm telling you, if you don't know, and I know you do know because we sell the peaches, I'll tell you, you can't beat the flavor. And I've been all over. I've eaten peaches all over, fresh peaches off other trees. And sorry for stealing. But I'm telling you, we can grow the best strawberries, the best cherries. They may not, and our peaches, they rival in color, in size, and surpass in flavor. But when you look at a Vivid Peach, Starfire, I shouldn't tell you names because you're going to look for them, but I'm telling you, Starfire, Blazing Star, Vivid, they call to you. It's like a good, red, delicious apple. It just grabs you and says, take a bite. You're going to enjoy this.
Well, I'm glad I asked that question. I'm probably going to get into trouble for running over.
Lay's potato chips. You'll eat one. You want another one.
Yeah, just have one. Thank you all so very much. And best wishes in the next coming few months, and enjoy this great, beautiful long weekend. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate your insights tonight.
Thanks, Nam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Agenda with Steve Paikin is made possible through generous philanthropic contributions from viewers like you. Thank you for supporting TVO's journalism.